back once again. It's week 4. It's game 4. It's Wednesday. I'm on the campus of Oakland High School, and I'm with the head coach of the Oakland Patriots, head coach Kevin Creasy. How you doing today, Coach?
Doing good, Stuart.
Well, great Friday night. It was discombobulated. I didn't get out to get to broadcast the backyard brawl, but talk to us a little bit about what happened here on your Friday night. Stewart's Creek came over, and when did you all get the ball in the air, and what kind of logistics? I mean, because there's lightning all over town, Coach. Take it away.
Yeah, we just got through, finished up with our warm-ups, and as soon as we walked onto the track, there was a huge lightning strike. So
30 minutes from there.
that definitely put us back a little bit. You know, it was probably 20 minutes till 7. And we were going in anyway, but we were like, maybe this will be a 7:10 kickoff. And so Coach Caudill at Stewart's Creek and I, we communicated and got a hold of the officials. And so 7:10 turned into 7:45, and then all of a sudden it's 8:10. We finally got on the field for a coin flip at 8:25. I think we kicked off at 8:30.
Wow.
So 8:30 kickoff.
So Riverdale got in shortly after 8. Some of the other schools, if you were east of McMinnville, they were all okay. It was just a band right in that was fluctuating in the middle.
Yeah, just stayed right over the top of us too.
Yeah,
it wouldn't leave, and like I said, there was lightning all over the county. You could tell, you could really see. It was in Smyrna. You could tell it was in Laverne. And then, like I said, it just stayed over the top of us for a while. But
did you all have rain?
We didn't really have rain, no.
It never rained over.
It was just lightning, and there was a lot of lightning, big strikes. And the thing about it was, luckily we'd been through this before. We had an away game. We had a scrimmage with McCauley.
Yeah.
And so we were an hour and a half lightning delay at McCauley. So we'd kind of gone through this before, and that turned out to be a blessing in disguise, and actually did a good job of getting everybody warmed up. We were in the indoor, and Stewart's Creek was in the gym, so they were kind of able to kind of get back loosened up in the gym, and we were able to get loosened up in the indoor. So after the coin flip, we were ready to play.
So get into the game, and Oakland Patriots just got after it quick. Boys were ready to go and put up a lot of points and struck early. Defense was out there, offense was out there. Talk about both sides of the ball.
Yeah, to Stewart's Creek's credit, they hit us with a long run early. It was 7-7 going into the second quarter, I believe. I think it was 14-7 finally. So 14-7 game, real close game. And then our defense just started getting a bunch of 3 and outs. There was a bunch of 3 and outs. Gave us good field position.
Just not giving him a whole lot of chance to do much. And when you put any team like that, and maybe the ball fell your way a couple of times.
Well, I think we made our defensive coaches made some adjustments. They were doing some things that we hadn't seen, and putting us in a bind that first drive. So we worked it out and made some adjustments, and had a huge second quarter. I know we scored a bunch in the second quarter and made for a continuous clock in the second half, but to Stewart's Creek's credit again, they came right back and had a great drive to start the second half and scored on us. So, a lot of lessons to be learned. There was a lot of film that we watched over the weekend. Did a good job of correcting some mistakes and making some moves, and hopefully those moves will help us.
Penalty-wise, it was one of the blocks you really wanted to focus on right after the MRA game with 100 yards of plus penalties. How'd you come out on that end, Coach?
Yeah, did really well. First thing I thought, there was a good official crew. Steve Jackson was in charge, the white hat. And, they always put good guys with him. And like I said, they were real cooperative throughout the whole deal with the lightning delay and that sort of stuff. So handled it like real professionals, then got out there and I think both teams had about 3 penalties apiece, and played a real clean game. And like I said, did real good on special teams again. It's the 3rd week in a row that I felt like we won the special teams battle. And then, of course, offense and defense get a little bit better every week.
TLT, and you speak about it, that's Turk Levinsky Taylor, and the idea of dotting the I, the crossing of the T, and then the line drawn under the word Patriots. They are the ones that actually finish it for you after a touchdown, are they not?
Yeah, not only are they the battery that works with our extra point team, they're also very, very important, when we're kicking field goals. And we had a field goal last week, and like I said, those guys are pretty automatic. We want to keep it that way. We call it the 100% team, and so far, so good. Let's keep it 100%. And it's all because of the blocking up front, the good snap by Turk, the hold by Levinsky, and then of course Taylor is one of the best kickers around.
And then your quarterback, Cade Hewitt with a K, how'd he do? Did he just do everything he was asked and got a chance to settle down and work on a few things after defense kind of helped him and got a good lead? Was he able just to take the Patriots and do just about what he needed to do?
Yeah, he had 2 touchdown passes to Quincy Jackson.
I heard Quincy.
Quincy
got on the board. Yeah,
had another big night. 2 catches, both of them touchdowns. And then, I think Cade ran one in for a touchdown. So yeah, Cade's as steady as a quarterback as we've had around here. Does a great job and real good competitor. That's the best thing you can say about Cade. If you put him at tight end, he would be a great competitor at tight end. He'd do everything he had to do to win. If he played defense, if he was the snapper, holder, and kicker, he would do everything he could to get better at that just to help the team. And that's the kind of guy you want as your trigger guy.
Well, gonna have to load up the O wagon and make sure we don't forget the balls and the tees and everything else and all the video equipment, the radios, and head over to Williamson County Friday night and just was FaceTiming Coach Hester about some logistics and some things about halftime. And so a lot of people think that it is great to play, I guess, what you call a little statement game, between the two parties, but always nice to be talking to a coach you kind of know and where we going to be at halftime and where's you want us to park our bus. It's a lot more than what people realize has to happen before 7 o'clock.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, and to Ravenwood's credit, they do a great job with their athletic director and the football staff. Just kind of giving you a heads up, it's our first time going over there.
Yeah.
Telling us where to go, where to park, where we're going to get dressed at, all those things. All the way down to where our post-game talk's going to be and where it's not going to be. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they do a good job with that, and wouldn't expect anything less out of organization, from Williamson County, especially ran by Coach Hester. Coach Hester does a great job, one of the best around, and then of course, all that being said, he's got a great football team. That's just the icing on the cake. So it's going to be a huge challenge for us. Looking forward to Friday night. I think they're going to broadcast it on TV or something. But at the end of the day, it's 2 good teams going against each other, and the only other chance we'd have to play each other would be in a state championship game. So I hope there's a rematch.
Well, and let's talk about that. This show is about learning more, and I did send a text. We don't normally discuss anything about the show prior to the show. It's always a surprise to Coach Creasy. But I did nudge him, and I've nudged Coach Hester and everything. So here comes that question. So this is kind of a canned question, we call it. So where did you have your first face-to-face meeting you can recall with Coach Will Hester?
I got to thinking about that. I think it had to be like 2007
or 6.
I think it was right around when I was at Riverdale. I was the D coordinator at Riverdale.
So 6?
Head coach.
That was at 6, wasn't it?
2007.
Oh, 7.
7.
Okay.
And he was at Laverne. Ended up having some guys off that Laverne team that went to the NFL. So they were a pretty good squad then as well. And we both had a mutual friend, and Coach Adelot.
Okay.
Coach Adelot said, this is the guy you need to probably get some film from. And I looked, and this guy had like a CD case, but instead of CDs in it, like back in the day, it had like DVDs of opponents. And it was broken up by chapters. There was a Wilson Central chapter, and then there was a Blackman chapter.
He had like a book portfolio that he carried with him.
Unbelievable. And from that point on,
I wonder if those have been transferred. I wonder if those are now electronic. We will have to ask him on tonight's show.
But I know this for a fact that I found out.
Maybe he could take a picture of that book and tweet it out, the actual video library of Coach Will Hester.
I found out then that he is much like myself. He has a liking a liking for finding all the different film that's out there.
You and me both. I think you, me, and him,
Yeah,
because I shared my Maryville library with you. You got my all my 100 games of Maryville.
Absolutely.
And so,
Absolutely.
you know, and having that library is very important as you, I mean, because you learn things about it, don't you? I mean, you learn what they're doing, and that's how you get better.
Yeah, I found out right then, what was that, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
I found out that I just need to assume that Coach Hester has every film that I've ever coached in. So they've probably done a really good job of breaking us down, and that makes it even more challenging because I know somewhere he's probably got that scrimmage that I had against Red Bull and Spring back in like 2009. So with that being said, he crosses all the T's and dots all the I's. He does a heck of a job.
And there ain't even an I or T in Ravenwood.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's going to be tough to beat, especially at his place.
What a great friendship, and what a great matchup you're looking forward to. Traveling over there on this Friday night, it wouldn't want it any other way, would you, Coach?
No, wouldn't want it any other way.
All right, Friday night, two fraternity coaches from inside the headset will go at it in a non-region game. We'll talk to Coach Hester tonight, find out a little bit more. Safe travels to the Oakland Patriot fans. And we will talk to Coach Hester tonight on Inside the Headset.